but had to
no
hold
doubt.
myself back.
Yeah, no, I can see why you had wanted to, because there were so many great questions and so many awesome answers this week. JJ, what kind of answers did we have, or what kind of questions, I should pose, is really the question.
Yes, so we have sort of a loose theme this week. I was floating it before the show started, but we'll see how it goes now. The week theme for this week is the pick up and the put down. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, we have picking up objects that are around the room to use in a potential defense scenario. We have picking up trends before other people pick them up. And we have putting a baby to sleep and putting down books because they're a little bit controversial.
Okay, this seems more real than last week. I like the fact that there's a theme. Well, with as we say, with no further ado, let's get into the first question so we can hear what everybody out there in the world had to say as their answers to our awesome daily questions. Oh, wait, before I can just go, we're going to put these questions up, but did you guys know it's not too late for you to record your own answer and be on the air? As we're going through, you're going to see links that appear in the chat, and you can click on those things. It opens up a recording screen, and you just use your phone or use your little webcam on your computer. You can answer your own questions, and then you can be right here on the air with us. So give it a shot.
Wow, and that's also, before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe. If you want all of these questions to appear in your inbox the day that they technically go live, you can subscribe and you'll get notifications every morning. So then you'll be ahead of the curve.
JJ's all about the money. Thank you, JJ.
Yes, well, without further ado, let's get into our first question, which is, what is the closest blue object you could use to defend yourself, and how would you use it? So this is relating more to the pickup part of the theme this week.
Yeah, so, because I got a blue object near me. Does somebody else have one? I know exactly what I would do with it, too.
Ooh, okay,
I have a
wait.
blue object near me.
I do, too.
Well,
oh, my gosh.
All right.
No, I'll do it first.
JJ, you
first.
go.
So I picked up this mouse right next to me. It's a computer mouse. And I think the way I would use it, I would probably chuck it at the, if there was like an intruder coming into my house, I would chuck it at them. And that would probably, at the very least, confuse them.
Nothing more terrifying, indeed.
I hope your aim is good.
Yeah. How about you, Phoebe? Oh, was that like a pun, like an internet pun? Aim?
No, it just, if you throw the
messenger?
mouse.
I guess I did.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I have a blue laptop sleeve, so I'm just gonna hide behind it.
I was gonna call the police.
Okay, lame.
Hey, I mean, technically it's a blue object and that's a good defense, so I stand by. I think that's a good idea. Well, we got some answers from fans from throughout the week, and they played our game, and they have some wild objects. So let's see what they had to say.
Okay, the closest blue object to me is this. It's a couple colors, but it's blue. And you already know I'm gonna get busy with this job. It's going, I'm gonna throw it. Simple.
I have seen that in the Three Stooges. That is very effective. And in many cowboy movies.
I'm sitting on my blue blanket. I would bag that boy up with my blanket. I'd wrap him up like a Christmas present and put him under the tree with my blanket. I would just smother him with my blanket. I'd do anything to defeat that intruder with this blue blanket. And if you want proof, that's the blue blanket. You can't mess with it.
Yeah, like lights. The security blanket, we call it that.
The closest blue object to me is this pillowcase. I hope that the pillow is involved in the pillowcase. I don't know how I would. Maybe I would run at my intruder, try to smother him. I don't think it would work out very well for me.
Hopefully your intruder is asleep, and then you just
That makes it so much easier.
Coincidental timing, the closest blue object to me is the top of these treats being eaten by this cat. So in defense, I would pour treats lightly over the offender, and then I would let this little guy right here go at him. And let me tell you what, he can defend himself.
Yeah. Well, it's kid.
Oh, yeah. fishes.
This is a funny and interesting question. What is the closest blue object near you, and how would you use it to defend against an intruder? Well, I'm sitting in my car, obviously, so options are limited. But as I look around, I have a dark blue sweater, so I guess the method that I would have to do would be smothering, strangulation. I'm not very strong. Hopefully I could overpower that intruder and pray to God.
Not bad. I think we have a penchant for
why?
smothering in
The
this.
closest blue object near me is this straight up anvil. I'm not even joking. This is the closest blue thing near me. How would I use it to defend against an intruder? Drop it on their toes. I don't know. Just swing it around. I suppose it's really heavy.
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen like Roadrunner?
Other than that, not many blue things around here.
Yeah,
Good one.
very good. I think that's the most efficient, I would say.
Yeah, we've seen it in the cartoons.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, it is your chance to vote. Who's it going to be? The way that you can vote is by typing the word vote in chat, like vote space 3 if you want to vote for our friend Stella. Or if you are on QOTD.BeOnTheAir.com, there's a blue button on your screen. Just click on that button to vote for your favorite answer. And whoever it is that y'all vote for is going to make it into the final round and compete to be the QOTD question of the week. And the problem with the anvil is you got to hoist it up there. You know?
Yeah, you have to be above, like, they have to be at the bottom of a cliff, and you have to be at the top.
Yeah, or you could drop it
That's
out
the only way it
window,
works.
maybe.
Nice.
That was KB with the folding chair, of course. We've all seen, what is it, WWE with the folding chairs? I think they did an episode of it in Shrek. Or not an episode of it, but they showed it in Shrek. Give him the chair! Yeah, definitely. So congratulations. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, congratulations. So let's say we keep picking up the questions and putting down some answers with our next question. Oh, this one's fun. What did you like before it was cool? We're asking you about your trend-setting tendencies.
It's like a test if you're cool. Because if you're cool, you like things before you're cool. You make
Yeah.
it cool through your own, like blending your own coolness to it. So this is an important one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think for me personally, I was a very cool person and when it came to Instagram and like this new capability that you can include songs in your posts. Like you can attach a song that people can listen to while they're scrolling through your gallery. I was like the first person to do that, or at least the first person that I saw. And then eventually, like in a matter of a couple weeks, everyone was doing it. So if you're using that, you have me to thank. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
What did you like before it was cool? Depression. Yeah. I'm kinda cool.
That depression is wild to say.
Something that I liked before it was cool, definitely avocado. I'm an island girl, I'm from the Caribbean, so avocado is something that we ate, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack time, and we didn't need to do no guacamole or, cut it up nicely. Just take a piece of bread and just eat it together. And now you're paying an avocado toast in New York or California for $5-6. Like that's minimum. So definitely avocados.
That's, I mean, avocado toast. You mentioned it. It's
For
a good
me,
one.
I'd say metal music. It's kind of gotten mainstream a little bit now, but definitely have always liked that. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Good one.
I'm impressed that people have stuff that they
As
can.
someone
they can
who's
speak
really
to.
into technology, I love collecting old technology, everything from old cell phones to computers. And I think that's starting to become a trend and is becoming cool. I even saw today that Apple HomePods are starting to sell for more than what they were originally worth. So I think collecting technology is something that's becoming cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I got an old car. Does that count?
Honestly, I don't think I liked anything before it was cool. Since I took 2 gap years overseas at a young age, I feel like I was always late to the game. You know, stuff like silly bands or TV shows or music. Missed out on a lot of stuff, so don't really think I have an answer for this one.
Self-awareness.
I think that self-awareness is the coolness thing that he has. Yeah.
Something I liked before it was cool, I would have to say, is this show called Uncanny Counter. Not a lot of people talked about it first, but I liked it first. So, yeah, that show I liked before it was cool. I don't think a lot of people still talk about it actually, but I think it's gotten cooler since what's his name? Since Squid Game came about, other like K-drama shows have gotten quite popular, but Uncanny Counter I liked it first, so yeah.
Have you guys heard of that?
I haven't heard of that, but I do agree that I feel like Korean entertainment has gotten big in recent years, with like Squid Game going viral, BTS being, you know, a K-pop group that's now like a huge like household name internationally.
Or it was just going to karaoke bars. Yeah, now they own the entertainment world. Well, guys, it's time to vote. You can vote by going into the chat and typing vote space and the number of whoever you think was great. Whether it's Vaf, who thinks that she was the first one who got into depression, which now like everybody's doing, or maybe Cullen, he collects technology, or Rihanna, Uncanny Counters, which. We're going to come back and look at this thing in like a year. We're going to go, man, she was so early on that one.
Oh, yeah.
She looks like a trendsetter.
Rihanna, yeah, I would say so. I agree with that. She's on the cutting edge.
And
nice.
Congratulations, Rihanna. I see her submitting a lot, so very excited to see you win your semifinal rounds with that great answer. And like I said before, I agree with you with, I don't know the.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I am alone now, but congratulations, Rihanna, on making it to our final round. We will see you there, and good luck on becoming the champion of the week. Now let's move on to our next question. Exciting. Ooh, what fashion trend from the past do you wish would come back? What fashion trend, were you practicing when you were younger? That was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Now there's so many good ones. Oh, I'm hearing. Oh, would you look at that? There we go. Hello, welcome back. We were just talking about fashion. So I was waiting for you both because you're both such fashionable people.
As you can tell, yeah.
Well, you have a really nice sweater on today, Keith.
Yeah, this is my my Irish fisherman sweater.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I feel like trends are really interesting because they're so cyclical. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, not being a woman, but in the women's world, like eyebrows change like every 2 years. So that's why everybody says like, don't do anything drastic to your eyebrows, because like thick eyebrows are going to be back in a few years. For me, I really like the 80s. I feel like 80s are making a comeback. What I would like to see is like some like bright colors from the 80s coming back, because still people are kind of dressing in like beiges and dark colors. So That'd be fun. Also, shoulder pads. I want to wear giant shoulder pads, and I feel like I can't yet.
Yeah, no, that'll definitely happen too. But I was kind of hoping when you said like 80s are going to be cool again, I thought you were saying like when you're 80, because that's what I got to look forward to. Yeah.
Well, when I'm 80, I do intend on being a fashionista still.
Oh, yeah.
So.
What could be cooler? What could be cooler?
Nothing.
Of course, 80 is like the new 30.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
80 is the new 30. 30 is the new 18. Everything's moving back. We're all getting.
We're all
younger.
living young.
Exactly. Well, we got some answers from fans from throughout the week. They have a lot of really cool fashion trends themselves. So let's see what they want to bring back from the past.
So I'm not the most stylish person there ever was, clearly, but if anything could come back, I would really wish bell bottoms to come back.
People say that, but I think the reality of it is not as cool as you think.
The trend I wish that would come back from the past was my favorite was Heelys. I used to love Heelys when I was a kid. Every day I used to ride my Heelys from home. I used to fall a lot though. I used to get a lot of injuries, but I wish the Heelys come back.
It's like the only thing that came out of the 2010s that was original.
They were really cool.
You know,
too.
not that I
Really
think this
smart.
is fully gone, but I think Crocs are on the way for a big comeback, and I think they're due for it. I think that Crocs in the early 2000s was maybe one of the best fashion trends ever, and I really hope that we see them come back soon in the 2020s.
Make my feet sweat.
I have Crocs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down with the sustainability of them.
I definitely wish that like neon sweatpants, tracksuits, sweatbands, even like a fanny pack here or there, and like the swooshy material, but it's got to be in neon. Those are like the parties that I look forward to going to the most, where I can deck out in like 80s gear and nobody looks at you funny, but it should definitely come back.
Yeah, don't forget velour. That's a good fabric from the early 80s.
So I think these are already making a comeback, but anything high-waisted, skirts, pants, shorts, literally anything with tight tops. That is such a good look.
I love a good high waist.
Same.
Just
If
everything.
I had to pick any fashion trend, it'd probably be fanny packs, even though I think they kind of are making a comeback. I think more fanny packs, the better, because not only are they like useful, I just think they look cool. And kind of anything from that 70s era is just awesome.
I'm sorry. It's the least cool thing that was ever invented.
Fanny packs are back in. No, they're like last summer, all the girlies were wearing their fanny packs.
All right. Well, listen, can I tell you what's really in everybody? It's voting, right? It's time to vote. Let's vote for your favorite. Whoever it is that gets the most votes is going to go into the final round and be able to compete for the big championship glory, I'll call it, to be the best QOTD of the week. And you can vote just by clicking one of those blue buttons across the bottom of your screen if you are on BeOnTheAir.com, or if you are on YouTube, just type the word vote space and the number of the person who you totally agree with. You like Heelys? Type vote space 2. Like high-waisted, like anything? Vote space 5. Fanny packs? Vote space 6.
There we go.
It's always the one
Fanny
that we're
packs
like,
win.
fanny pack.
Fanny packs.
No, fanny packs absolutely win. There were a lot of good answers. I liked all of these because these are all trends that I pretty much want to see make a comeback. But definitely, I can see the good in fanny packs, and I agree with Chris. I think they look good too. What do you guys think? Keith doesn't agree.
Jury's out.
It's so smart. Everything's right in front of you.
It's the nerdiest look of all. Get a backpack.
No, because everything's behind you.
How about a messenger bag? Then it's on the side. It's like a compromise between the backpack and the fanny pack.
Yeah, and that's
By the
also
way,
like
fanny pack is that.
Fanny pack allows for hands-free fashion. That's what I'll say.
This is why God invented pockets. That's all.
Oh my God. For men though,
You're allowed
we
to wear
can't fit
pockets.
anything in our pockets. No,
Well,
it doesn't work.
Let's work on that.
Okay, let's work on bigger pockets for women's pants.
I agree. Yeah,
All
we're
right,
talking about
well,
fashion trends.
Sorry, JJ.
You're good. We're talking about fashion trends from the past. Now we were talking fashion trends from the past. Now we're talking fashion trends for the future.
Oh, nice. Well, for now, though, fanny packs are going to have to keep slaying, which is why Chris P., you won your round. So we will see you in the final round with this answer, with this awesome response.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Congratulations.
Well, let's keep the ball rolling with our next question. More big topics. Ooh, this is a cool one. So, if you could choose any exotic pet to have, what would it be? What animal would you choose?
So do you think there's a limit to how exotic your exotic pet could be? Or could it be like as exotic as you want?
I say as exotic as you want.
I want a unicorn then. Because I would be the envy of all my friends if I had a unicorn. But then again, if you're going to go unicorn, you might as well just go Pegasus, right? That's the way I would go. So what do you really want out of your exotic pet? I guess it's bragging rights. And if it's bragging rights you want, I'd say tiger, except tiger's been played. So instead, I'm going to go jaguar. And that way you can say jaguar instead of jaguar, just to make yourself even more elite. I say, do you drive a Jaguar? And I'm going to say, no.
I ride a Jaguar.
Sometimes, yeah. I was going to say, sometimes he drives me around, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Jaguar.
So you want a Jaguar chauffeur, a Jaguar driver?
Yes, to drive me around. Yeah, they're so sleek and they're like, unusual and they're beautiful and sinuous and, that's what I'm saying. The heads would turn if you walk down the street with a Jaguar.
Yeah. I like it.
Can't disagree with you there.
Controversial. Well, I think we got some answers from fans from throughout the week. So let's see if people agree about either the Jaguar or the Panther.
If I can choose any exotic pets to have,
you can. Anyone.
I would choose a wolf to keep as an exotic pet because wolves, they're just so majestic, just so brilliant and beautiful creatures, and that's why I'm picking them as the exotic pets to have if I can have one.
You got a wolf, you are free. Right?
If I could have any exotic pet that I wanted, I would have a monkey. I've always loved monkeys. Ugh, they're like little humans. I would love to have a monkey.
I had a friend who had a monkey growing up, and they're like dangerous, vicious little.
I would love to have like a little monkey, not to be like Justin Bieber or anything, but like monkeys are so cute, and I would love to train it to like do certain things, and monkeys are so cute.
So I guess Justin Bieber had a monkey. I would like to find out like whether he still has a monkey.
Same.
My exotic pet, hopefully I'm not breaking any community guidelines here, but koala, he's getting high, I'm getting high, we're just chilling and vibing. Those eucalyptus leaves, they hit hard. They hit real hard.
I was like, where is he going with that disclaimer?
If I could choose to have any exotic pet, I would choose to have a snow leopard. They're pretty fast. They can adapt in their environment. I might even settle for even a cheetah. So, those.
Close, Shiv. Very close. What you want is a jaguar.
Jaguar.
If I had to have any exotic animal, I would say I would choose an orangutan because they are wildly intelligent, and I could probably even have them run some errands for me. He could probably come to the gym with me, probably go shopping with me,
spot you, yeah.
Definitely take him to the beach, and it just seems like he'd make a great friend for even cleaning out stuff in my hair.
That's when you know you have a close friend. Well, guys, it is time for us to vote. I didn't even know how to pick. There were so many good answers here. I want them all, except for the monkey. So is it going to be the orangutan with Hector? Or maybe Shiv? She's going to go with a wild giant feline, just like myself. Chris is going to be chilling out with a koala bear. And Becca and who was it? Was McKaylee also wanted a monkey? Yeah, both of them wanted monkeys.
I think they were both monkeys.
Or Way wants a wolf. I can like pack with that.
I must say, I'm surprised that 3 separate people all said monkeys. Like, I feel like they've definitely never seen that movie Nope.
No. Two
They've
people
not
said
seen Nope.
monkeys. The third person,
Orangutan
not a
is
monkey.
an ape.
Thank you.
Not a monkey, but don't you feel like the monkey people meant ape?
So, Phoebe, you are the expert on primates around here. Yes, a master's in anthropology, etc. So, would orangutan make like a good pet, or maybe even a better friend?
Personally, so here's the problem with orangutans. They are isolationists, essentially. So the mother will live with only her offspring, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how friendly that. I don't know if like Hector wants to do all these social things with his orangutan, and I don't even know if your orangutan can go run errands for you because they just like to be alone.
So, which primate would be your choice for an exotic friend?
Okay, well, first of all, none, because they're so dangerous. Besides humans, humans are dangerous, but humans make good friends because we're also primates. I would say bonobos. Bonobos are like chimpanzees, but the saying is, so chimps are super dangerous, and the saying that we have in anthropology is chimps make war, bonobos make love, because bonobos are very friendly, friendly, like a lot less aggressive creatures. So I'd say bonobos.
Don't say you didn't learn anything, internet, on QOTD. The question of the day show. Now we found that bonobos are the lovers of the primate world. I'm very excited. Shall we proceed?
I think we shall. After that great lesson, congratulations, Hector. Now we move on to what movie scene makes you emotional every time? Whether it's, it can be crying, it can be, tears of laughter. Just if there's a strong emotional movie scene, we want to hear about it.
This was a hard one for me to think of because I get so emotional watching movies. I get emotional all the time. Love to cry. Love to cry. It makes you feel better at the end. I would say especially those Disney movies from like the 90s and 2000s, because those went hard. Like those
Lion King.
could get So here's where I was going, as the Lion King stampede scene is like the all-time tearjerker one. After Mufasa dies and Simba is like, "Dad, get up, we have to go home." Like, makes me emotional right now thinking about it. I actually went to see the Broadway show, and I started crying like 2 scenes before it happened because I was thinking about it happening.
Disney, they're the champs of that. I mean, the same thing with Bambi. Bambi, the opening scene, the little Bambi's mother and father die.
Yeah.
They're awful people. They really are, Disney.
What, the Disney animators?
So cruel.
Yeah.
So cool.
But I mean, specifically to animals, and I guess specifically to parents, they're really awful.
Yeah, they're so mean to parents.
Well, we got some answers coming in, so let's see if anyone else said The Lion King, and get rid of the tissues ready because there's some tearjerkers in here.
The movie scene that makes me the most emotional has to be probably any of the Lord of the Rings whenever you see Sam or Frodo. The acting, and especially the actor who plays Sam anytime he's with Frodo, just like crying and bawling, you just feel it every single time that he just wants to protect his friend and he loves him like family. And I really feel that. And every single time I just end up bawling like a little baby. But anyway, that's probably the movie scene that makes me emotional.
Yeah, and like when Gollum puts the crumbs on him and then Frodo tells him to go home. Oh my gosh.
What movie scene makes you emotional every time? Well, it's an oldie, but it's a lovely one, and it's from Pretty Woman, where Richard Gere goes chasing after her at the end of the film, and they drive off into the sunset together. That's beautiful. I like happy endings. I like them happy endings. So yeah, Pretty Woman, basically, the end.
When you put prostitution happy endings together in a sentence.
So the scene in Forrest Gump at the very end, and he's sitting at the end of the driveway, and he's waiting for his kid to come back from school, and he sits on that bench all day long and waits for his son to get back from school. I cry every time. I could cry right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
of the shark. It was too much. Too sad. Too poignant.
Manipulative.
I would say, since I love horror stuff and that's always been a huge part of my life, one of the most emotional moments I think I have watching any movie is the original Jurassic Park. Is that scene where the T-Rex pops out of the trees, and you just see how big it is, and that is something that invokes fear every time.
Is that on the rainy night?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
This
guy
one's
from
pretty
Seinfeld.
obvious. I mean, the scene in Up where the wife dies. I sobbed for a good 10 minutes the first time I saw it, and still to this day, I usually just skip over that part in the movie because it's too much for me.
No, I just watched that one on loop. That's all I want to see. I watch it again and again.
With no doubt, that would be the final scene in Toy Story 3 when Andy says goodbye to the toys. That scene gets me every time. Every time.
And nobody said, what's the one with the golden retriever and the dog and the
That's
cat?
Up. That's
No. The live action one. Oh, well, we'll get back to this. Guys, it's time to vote. You got to tell us which of these was the movie that really made you all verklempt. Is it going to be Up, or is it going to be some scary Disney movie? Or is it going to be Forrest Gump? Whatever it is, if you like Forrest Gump, you just type in vote space 3 in the chat in order to vote for them, and you would send somebody, Taylor in that case, maybe, to the finals. I see a bunch of votes coming in. What was London down? Oh yeah, she said Up. Yeah, Up made me cry.
Yeah.
That was so good.
That was a great piece of filmmaking.
Yeah,
And,
it's incredible.
and you had to be patient,
Oh.
Yeah, that was a great. By the way, you guys, the numbers that are on top of everybody's heads here are their rating. You can send stars to people, and then it increases their rating. And people with higher ratings, they get seen more often during the weekend. It's more chance of them to get votes. So whenever you see somebody, particularly somebody with a low count, and you think that they're pretty good, and you want to hear more from them, just send some stars their way. We're going to put that into the YouTube chat next week, so you can just send a little emoji to them, and then we'll increase their star count. So anyway, that's how that whole thing works. But yeah, do you know the one I'm talking about? It's
the dogs and the cats?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox is the young dog Chance, and I think Wilford Brimley is the old golden retriever, and then there's a ragdoll cat.
Is it Homeward Bound?
I'm thinking
Homeward
earbuds
Bound.
or whatever.
Yeah, what? No, Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound was unbelievable. And there's this one scene where the family drives off, and there's the little kid, and he's looking through the back of the station wagon window, and he looks so sad because, he's leaving the dogs there, and then Wilford Brimley dog just sits there and goes, wait, stay. It's because those are the words he knows because he's a dog.
Oh my God, stop.
No. I'm going to watch that tonight.
I know.
Yeah, well now I want to watch. Now I want to watch Up again because of London's answer.
Well, you only got to watch the first 10 minutes. That's the good thing about that one.
But then at the end,
when the dog
when
can
he
talk
opens
out of a little box.
No, well yes, but when he opens the scrapbook at the end, that to me is the saddest scene. But anyway, I have time to cry to this tonight. Congratulations, London. Obviously, such a great answer. Up is such a beautiful movie. And because of it, you're going to the final round. So we'll see you there.
See you at Paradise Falls, London.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we got the next question coming up. Unintentional. Oh, okay. What this one?
Oh, and now JJ, you're putting down.
We're putting down. It's time. Yeah. So the question is, what's your secret to get a baby to fall asleep? Parents, listen up. Might get some hacks from this one.
All right, everybody, you guys just sit down and let me tell you the truth on this one. Because I've had a bunch of babies. I mean, by association, I had 4 kids, and they were all rotten. They were all terrible when you first get them. And the problem is, and this is the biggest problem with being a parent, I'm telling you, Like there's a lot of hard stuff about it, but the hardest part is lack of sleep because the baby doesn't sleep and then you don't sleep. You got to get that baby to go to sleep. And like every trick in the book is just a fake. None of them work. None of the ones that you would reasonably do. What you got to do is let that baby cry. And it doesn't take long. If you let your baby cry just like for 4.5 minutes, 270 painful seconds, the baby's going to fall asleep. And you got to do it because the babies need to learn how to put themselves to sleep. So if you allow them to go through that, like for a week, it's really sad. But then by the end of the week, they just know how to do it. When they're tired, they just fall asleep. And let me tell you, everybody's life is going to be a lot better at that point. So that's what I'm going to say is just let them cry. Sad.
Well, I'm glad I didn't share a wall with you in an apartment.
We did. We were living in a condo. We had some close roommates, But fortunately, they also had a baby, so we'd all hang out on the back porch and listen to our babies cry together.
Nice.
Kindred spirits in that sense, I guess. Well, it looks like we got some answers coming in, so let's see if anyone also says to let the babies cry, let them get the tears out, or if they have other hacks.
It was like the 3 S's where you like swaddle, sway, and like got really loud in their ear, which that was a little harder for me. But the swaddling, yeah, you just like baby burrito them, and then I put them in like the ergo and sit on a yoga ball and bounce all night. I mean, they slept like babies. I did not, but that's how to get them to sleep.
Yeah, but don't you stop bouncing. If you stop bouncing, they're gonna start crying again. Trust me, Kara.
My hot tip is baby wearing. Strap that baby on. The closeness, the smell of you, the movement, everything just gives them a great sleep throughout the day, and you're hands-free, so you can get a lot done. Oh, you can get so much done hands-free. And the other best thing about it is if they're a bit colicky, the upright positioning that they're in all day, most of the day, or no, all day in my case, means that they sleep better at night. So that means you get a better sleep as well. So huzzah.
So do you put them in a fanny pack?
My secret for getting a baby to sleep is let my wife do it. I'm not very good at getting the kids to sleep, so I don't know. But what she does is she'll sit in the rocking chair with them and rock back and forth for almost an hour sometimes, and then gently lay them into the bed without waking them up. So rocking chair, that's what I'll go with. The secret is rocking chair.
Father of the Year, Brandon N. shares his secret.
Not just to get them to go to sleep, but the biggest baby life hack I have is don't have them. It's basically like there's a sleeping baby in my house at all times. It's fantastic.
You know what? There's no law that says you got to have kids.
True.
Hold them close to your heart. Make sure you have a calm and soothing heartbeat. Hum a little song. Don't talk.
Good night.
Just allow for them to feel your calmness. And it calms them and it soothes them. And it works.
Jasmine's soothing me.
Yeah, you got to have like a calm demeanor. You got to feel it, because the baby will know.
How do I get a baby to sleep? Obviously you got, your back rubs, but it's kind of out of the ordinary. But if you blow very softly on their eyes, it forces them to close. So, if I really want a baby to go to sleep, I'll just kind of blow on their eyes a little bit and they'll flutter their eyes and, hopefully eventually go to sleep.
So I've never heard that. I'm dying to test that.
It reminds me of when your dog has something in his mouth, you blow into his nose to get him to drop it.
Wait, that's real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Speaking of real, we're moving on in our rounds. We need everybody to vote. You can vote by clicking on the blue button that's across the bottom of your screen if you're on BeOnTheAir.com. But if you are on YouTube, just type vote space and the number of this candidate for best QOTD of the week, and that will totally count. Kara says swaddle. Tabitha says just wear them around. Brandon says hand it off to somebody who knows what the F they're doing. Alexis is like, don't even start. No babies for me or for you. Jasmine's just like, be calm, hold that baby, talk quietly, and just like when they're calm, then you're calm.
Oh.
Yeah, we had this, my wife and I went through this thing where we did slings. And so you'd wear this like sling across your chest and hip, and the baby would just sit in there like in a little hammock, And and it's kind of what she was saying. It worked, but then you got to carry a baby all day. Sometimes you got to put that baby down every once in a while.
No, it makes you strong. And the baby can be your fashion accessory if you're so anti fanny packs.
Yeah. All right.
Just give your baby like all of your items, and it can like hold it in.
Oh,
its
that's
arms.
so smart.
And then you're
just like start putting your wallet in the swaddle.
You're like, dude, you just like take the keys. Baby's like chewing
babies
on
have
the
really,
keys.
they have really strong grips, so just hand them the keys. You'll never
Hang on
lose
to
them.
Hang on to this,
Perfect.
dude.
Life hack.
All right. Well, Tabitha, for that answer, you have won a ticket to the final round. So we'll see you there after, I think we have one more question.
Yes, we do. We have one more question, and this one is a doozy. It is, are some books so egregious that they should be censored or maybe even banned? Wow.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
I totally think so, but I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth.
I feel like for me, it's like I have the serious answer and the not serious answer. The serious answer is I feel like every book has some value you can get from it. So it's like maybe we add like a rating system, but I don't think like banning a book is in order. I think my non-serious answer would probably be, there was this one book that I read, like Gideon something, that I know I came unprepared for the show without a name. But there was like a book that I read when I was younger that I just didn't like. So I don't think we need that book. We can get rid of it.
All right. So pretty much the criteria is if JG doesn't like the book,
ban it.
Ban it.
It's done.
Yeah, I've read some bad books, and I have a compulsion to finishing them even when they're just awful. And it'd be great if they didn't exist.
Not me. I follow the 30% rule.
Do tell.
If you're 30% done with the book and it like doesn't have you in, give it up.
Life's too short.
Life's too short to read a book that sucks.
I like that line of thinking. Yeah. It also avoids the sunk cost fallacy.
The what?
I like it. Oh, the sunk cost fallacy. It's basically like when you've invested a lot of time in something and you finish it off just because you're like, I've put so much time into it already, might as well finish it.
I see.
Yeah. Once again, they say you can't learn anything from QOTD. You're learning again.
Two things.
Two things
today.
Wow.
That's a good show.
Well, yes, a very good show. Well, we got some answers from fans from across the week on their opinions. So let's see what books they would give the chop.
I don't think any books are so bad that they should be censored or banned, because books are just different people's opinions, and I feel like everyone's opinions should be heard and considered. So I don't think any book should be censored or banned for their different opinions.
Well put.
So, I don't know. I think that there's some bad books that are malicious.
I don't think any book should be banned or censored. I mean, I think people have a right to say what they want and read what they want and make that decision for themselves. Some may not be your like genre, or you may not like it, but I mean, you don't have to finish reading it or even pick it up again. So
Yeah, listen to Phoebe.
Yeah.
You don't have to finish it.
I mean, ban a genre.
Yes, there definitely are some books that should be banned or censored. There's like a whole list of books that actually are that can't be read in certain schools and stuff. Can't think of any off the top of my head because honestly, I haven't read a book in a while. But yeah.
Relatable. Yeah, I mean, that does elicit a good conversation about like, what do you do with the bad books?
No, I don't think any books are so terrible that they should be censored or banned. it's up to the reader to decide if they want to read it. And if the library provides it, then it should be there.
But I mean, like, anarchist cookbook, like shows you how to make like bombs and stuff.
I think some books should be banned because some of them are so terrible and you don't really learn much from certain books. For example, let me start with
like an example.
We're always asked to read this book in high school. But how often is it that you're trapped on a deserted island with 30 other boys and you need to devise some sort of social hierarchy to rule everybody? Not very often. Is it an interesting
Hector,
book?
what are you so mad about?
Not really.
It's a
Would I say
metaphor,
terrible should be
Hector.
banned? Yeah.
Wow.
Hector, it's a social commentary.
For me, I got Isolated on an Island last Thursday.
Are some books so terrible they should be censored or banned? No, I don't think books should be censored or banned. I think maybe there could be ratings on them, so parents can kind of get an idea of what their kids are about to read. If they're at the bookstore or whatever, like we do movies. PG-13, R, whatever. And parents can make those decisions. If it's like an issue at school, I guess the teachers can send home permission slips, and see if the majority says no, then no, they won't go over that book. You know what I mean? But to just fully ban it or censor it, I just don't believe in banning art.
So this is a very controversial question, and it comes up again and again and again in our history. Let's find out what you guys have to say. Is it okay? Are some books so bad that really we should just ban them? It'll be better for everybody. Or it's like, hey, every book's got something to say. So you can vote by typing vote, space, and the number of the answer that you agree with. Or if you're on BeOnTheAir.com, you can just go ahead and mash the blue button corresponding to the answer that you agree with. There was like a variety of opinions here, and they were all pretty well defended, except for someone, let's just say. But the thing about it, I'm going to hang on to the thing about it until after we find out who you thought. Then I'll tell you the thing about it. So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Civs 12 says no books. No books should be banned.
So here's the thing, is that obviously there are some books that are just malicious, and there are some books which are really like dangerous. It's like the AR-15 conversation again. It's like, does anybody really need to have an AR, have an assault rifle? I don't know, or does anybody really need to have the anarchist cookbook that tells them how to make weapons? Or does anybody really need to have, such and such a book? The problem is, that who gets to decide? And it's such a slippery slope. Imagine that we all say, well, Mein Kampf, that's a book that should totally be banned, right? Or whatever, Marx's writings, we could say that they're dangerous. We don't want people to learn from this and, come up with crazy opinions. But, people said the same things about, The Rights of Man, which is a French book from the 18th century. Or they said it about, Hobbes and Locke and all these social thinkers, because they were so dangerous in the time to the existing social structure that people really wanted them banned. But, they turned out to be formative for us. So, like I say, I think it's so dangerous to pick and choose that you're better off just allowing everything to be said and read and to allow people to choose. That's less dangerous than banning things, because there's nothing more dangerous than stagnation. IMHO.
Yeah.
You can trust me on this.
Yeah. Beatrice says, fascinating take, Keith. And I will say I agree. I think it's, I think this is a topic that you could literally, you could literally talk about this topic. We can make a whole hour-long show just talking about this.
I think we should. You've just had a great idea, JJ. We're going to talk about this during the post-mortem.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think. I think we should have a whole show just on a single subject with lots of different questions, but they're all about things like freedom of expression, and about censorship and thought. That's just like one idea, but you could have another one that was just all about movies too.
I like it.
That's my big idea for the show.
I think that's a great idea. And
it's a great way to end the 7 questions, because
Yes.
I think that we are now ready for the final round.
Yes, we are. Drum roll, please. Here we are. We made it. Yes. Welcome to the Big Show Championship round.
Yes, in case you were wondering what the finals are called, that's what they're called. The QOTD Big Show Championship round. And so all week long, you guys have been recording your answers to our questions. You've been voting and sending stars. And now during the course of the show, we have picked the best answer to each of this week's daily questions. So now we're going to play through them all, and we're going to vote, and we're going to pick the best question of the week. Let's go through and do a quick recap.
Let's do it.
Something I liked before it was cool. I would have to say is this show called Uncanny Counter. Not a lot of people talked about it first, but I liked it first. So yeah, that show I liked before it was cool. I don't think a lot of people still talk about it actually, but I think it's gotten cooler since what's his name?
Yeah.
Since Squid Game came about, other like K-drama shows have gotten quite popular, but Uncanny Counter I liked it first, so yeah.
So Rihanna's answering the question, what is something that you were into before anybody else?
If I had to have any exotic animal, I would say I would choose an orangutan, because they are wildly intelligent, and I could probably even have them run some errands for me, you know? You could probably come to the gym with me, probably go shopping with me, definitely take them to the beach, and it just seems like you'd make a great friend, or even cleaning out stuff in my hair.
It's like C3PO.
Could do that.
You're my best pal. So Hedger's answering the question, what exotic animal would you like?
Object with me is this. It's a couple colors, but it's blue. And you already know I'm gonna get busy with this jump. It's going, I'm gonna throw it. Simple.
Yeah, if you had to defend yourself, pick a blue object near you and tell us how you would use it to defend yourself.
This one's pretty obvious. I mean, the scene in Up where the wife dies. I sobbed for a good 10 minutes the first time I saw it, and still to this day, I usually just skip over that part in the movie because it's too much for me.
And what's a movie that really made you cry or emotional? London says it's Up, and it's Ed Asner.
My hot tip is baby wearing. Strap that baby on. The closeness, the smell of you, the movement, everything just gives them a great sleep throughout the day, and you're hands-free, so you can get a lot done. Oh, you can get so much done hands-free. And the other best thing about it is if they're a bit colicky, the upright positioning that they're in all day, most of the day, or no, all day in my case, means that they sleep better at night. So that means you get a better sleep as well. So huzzah.
So Tabitha's answering the question, how do you make a baby go to sleep? That's a tip that we can all
If I had to
use.
pick any fashion trend, it'd probably be fanny packs, even though I think they kind of are making a comeback. I think more fanny packs, the better, because not only are they like useful, I just think they look cool, and kind of anything from that 70s era is just awesome.
Yeah, Chris is answering the question, what's a fashion trend from the past you'd like to come back? He says more fanny packs,
I
more
don't
cowbell.
think any book should be banned or censored. I mean, I think people have a right to say what they want and read what they want and make that decision for themselves. Some may not be your genre, or you may not like it, but I mean, you don't have to finish reading it or even pick it up again. So.
Shiv12 is answering the question, are some books so bad that they should be censored? She says, no. All right, now it is time for us to pick the best answer of all the answers of all the week. There was a lot of answers. There was a lot of questions, one for every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So let's vote for one. And who is our favorite? Rihanna, London, Hector, Kay, Chris, Tabitha, Shiv12, they all had really good answers. Rihanna.
Hey.
Rihanna. Well, congratulations. She is a trendsetter, that is for sure. She's so far ahead, I haven't even heard of the show she's talking about. Uncanny Encounter. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it?
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, and I have to admit, I watch a lot of TV. I see a lot of movies. I love it. And I've seen tons of Korean dramas recently, because this is obviously the last 2 years, it's just been, an amazing breakthrough. We've seen so much good stuff come out. But, all right, Rihanna, I'm keeping an eye out for Uncanny Encounter, and I'm totally going to watch it, or at least 30% of it. So, that is the end of our week, and so now, we guess we're going to have to speculate a bit on the coming week, which starts today, right? We're going to release a new question a little bit later today after the show. For those of you who are subscribers, you will get the announcement of the new question in your feed. So totally you should do that. If for whatever reason, let's say you're on BeOnTheAir.com, just go ahead and click the register button, and then you too will also get the stuff. You'll get it in your inbox. But so that's it. You get the question every day. You click on the link. You can record your own answer. You can see yourself live on YouTube and on the site in our live streaming show. Get all your friends to vote for you, and then you can make it to the big show too. So what are we waiting for, right? Let's hear the first question.
Yes, so next week we have another really great theme, and that is best dreams and worst nightmares. So tomorrow's question is about what career you dreamed of having versus what your career is now. We also talk about if you were a celebrity, what you'd be famous for. We're talking about being on a reality show. Those are some dream scenarios. We're also talking about the terror of online school and whether you would subject your child to that again. And we're also talking about potentially, animals that we don't like and potentially getting rid of those. So that's another dream one, but it's a lot of.
Oh yeah, this is the Noah's Ark question, right?
Yes, the famous, that one. Yeah, so we got that to look forward to.
Wow. World-changing week. So subscribe, or at least keep your eyes out for that first question as it comes through, and then come right here to QOTD Game or to BeOnTheAir.com, and you could also be on the air. And I just speaking for myself, I can't wait to see you on TV. So I want to say thank you to everybody who recorded, vote, shared, sent stars, stopped in and said hello, maybe gave us a thumbs up. We totally appreciate it. It's not too late, by the way. You can like us. You can send us a little comment on what you think we should be doing better, or totally you should subscribe. We really, really appreciate it. It's what keeps this show running. Yeah. So, for everybody at Consolidated Wonder and BeOnTheAir.com, I just want to say thank you so much. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We just cannot wait to see you on TV.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Have a good week. See you soon.